One of the greatest joys of my life has been teaching two of our grandchildren to ride a bike. Several years ago, I taught our oldest grandson, Grayson, how to ride a bike when they were in Oklahoma. And we did it over the course of an afternoon, and it was awesome. It was so great. And then just this year, I think back in October, I was in North Platte. They moved to North Platte. And then our second oldest grandson, Owen, was learning how to ride a bike. And man, it's so awesome. I just love everything about it. Like this is like just thinking to myself, this is the day we're going to do it. And with Owen, we took him out to a local park and just started like getting those reps and walking through that process and holding onto the back of his seat and him looking around and wanting to know if I was still there. And then we actually took it like from the sidewalk in the park out to the road, and I could kind of run beside him a little bit better and do that whole thing. And one of the things that I think is so neat about that is watching them grow in their trust of me as like I was helping them. Like they just got more confident. Initially, they started out with a lot of over the shoulder looks. And then as time went on, as we went through the afternoon, they felt more and more confident. And like, I love the moment where like you can really see that click with them, that bike riding is going to happen. And I've told both of them this. I'm like, hey, I think in 15 minutes, you're going to be riding this thing by yourself. We've got 15 minutes and then you've got 10 minutes. Hey, you know what? In like 3 minutes, dude, you're going to be riding this bike all by yourself. You are going to have this down. And in 3 minutes, you're going to be riding this thing onto yourself. And what I said, like, I love watching the confidence build. And the thing is helping them as I reflect back is helping them trust me to help them learn how to ride a bike. And like what I'm trying to do is I've got multiple things going, right? I'm holding on to their seat. I'm saying things that are encouraging to them. I'm also looking ahead and I'm watching the road and I'm looking out for obstacles on the road, rocks or sticks or those kinds of things, because I'm hoping that they will trust me, that I have the big picture in mind. Like I'm just trying to steer them from making like this catastrophic failure. And what I need them to do, what I needed both of those boys to do, was trust me that I was paying attention, that I had it under control. I wasn't, as much as it was up to me, like I wasn't going to let them fall. I wasn't going to let them get hit by a car. I wasn't going to let them hit a stick and fall off their bike, although falling off is part of learning how to ride a bike. Hitting sticks and rocks is part of learning how to ride a bike. But I needed them to trust me. I needed them to have confidence in what I was doing so that they would learn that Grandpa's got it. Like Grandpa's in charge of this thing. And I can trust him to teach me how to ride a bike. So when he tells me to pedal, I'm going to pedal. When he tells me to turn, I'm going to turn. When he tells me to slow down in my pedaling, I'm going to slow down. When he tells me to apply the brake, I'm going to apply the brake. I need my grandkids to know that I'm trustworthy, that I'm ultimately, at least in that moment, right? Like I'm in control of that. I was thinking about that concept with God and what we've been talking about in the book of Daniel, in the way that God is sovereign and God is in control. When you're helping your grandson ride a bike, like you're kind of in charge and you're going to direct them by holding the back of their seat. Proverbs 21:1 says this: "The king's heart is like a stream of water directed by the Lord. He guides it wherever he pleases." He, God, guides the heart of the king wherever he sees it. So God is sovereign. God is in charge. Here's what I would encourage you to think about today is to identify an area in your life where you struggle to trust God's control, where you're looking over your shoulder and, God, are you back there? God, do you got this? God, I'm not going to hit this stick, am I? Here comes a car. What am I supposed to do? I would encourage you to identify an area in your life where you struggle to trust God. And then you'll see this in the show notes below here. And then write a prayer to him that affirms that you know that he is in charge of your life, that affirms your confidence. God, I know that you are in charge. I know that you are sovereign. I know that you are looking out for me. I know that you care for me. I know that you are watching out for me. And then when you feel like life is a little bit out of control, you can have that prayer handy. You can have that statement. You can have that praise available, and you can tell God that you trust him. That's my hope and my prayer for you today. So I hope you have a wonderful day, trusting in the goodness of God.